The art of prayer, a sacred practice. Number 1. The meaning of prayer. In your journey to understand the sacred practice of prayer, you'll find that it's more than just words spoken to a higher power. It's a profound act of faith, a deep and intimate conversation with the divine, and a means of expressing gratitude, seeking guidance, or requesting assistance. To comprehend the essence of prayer, you must delve into the philosophical and spiritual dynamics that give it substance. Prayer isn't merely a monologue, but rather a dialogue with the divine. It's an exchange where you articulate your deepest yearnings, hopes, fears, and gratitude, and in return, you receive wisdom, peace, and a sense of connection that transcends human understanding. You may perceive prayer as a means of surrender, an acknowledgement of your limitations, and a recognition of higher power. It's an act of humility, a confession of your deficiencies, and a plea for divine intervention. Yet, it's also a testament to your strength, your resilience, and your ability to hope amidst adversity. The potency of prayer lies in its sincerity, not in the eloquence of your words. It's about authenticity, not verbosity. It's about bearing your soul, not showcasing your eloquence. When you pray, you aren't performing for an audience. You're communing with the divine. Number 2. Historical perspective on prayer. You'll find that throughout the ages, prayer has been a cornerstone of numerous civilizations, and it's played an integral role in shaping many cultural and spiritual narratives. From the ancient Egyptians, who invoked their gods through hymns and rituals, to the Greeks, who offered prayers to their pantheon of deities, prayer has remained a constant, underlining the human need for divine connection. In the East, prayer took on numerous forms as well. Buddhist devotees chanted mantras to attain enlightenment, while the Hindus engaged in puja, a reverential worship, invoking the presence of their deities. Across the globe, Native American tribes performed ceremonial dances as a form of prayer to harmonize with nature's rhythms. In the Abrahamic religions, prayer holds a central place. The Jews have their Shema and Amida, sacred prayers expressing their devotion to God. Christians, on the other hand, have the Lord's Prayer taught by Jesus himself as a model to approach God. Muslims perform Salah 5 times a day, demonstrating their unwavering commitment to Allah. You see, prayer isn't confined to a particular culture or era. It spans across history, encapsulating the essence of human spiritual expression. Its forms may differ, but its essence remains the same, an earnest attempt to connect with something beyond our tangible reality. Having explored the historical context of prayer, it's now time to delve into another fascinating aspect. The subsequent section will focus on the universality of prayer, revealing its omnipresence across different cultures and religions. Number 3. The universality of prayer. Despite the vast array of cultural and religious differences, you're bound to discover that the practice of prayer is a universal phenomenon. Whether you're in the heart of a bustling city or in the hushed solitude of a remote village, prayer, in its various forms, is a shared thread that binds humanity together. You'll find prayer isn't confined to a single religion, culture, or era. It transcends these barriers, manifesting as a shared human experience, a way of connecting with the divine, seeking guidance, expressing gratitude, or seeking solace in times of distress. It's a testament to the human spirit's inherent desire to reach out to a higher power or consciousness, regardless of one's beliefs or geographical location. In Christianity, you'll find prayer in the form of the Lord's Prayer, a petition for forgiveness and guidance. In Islam, Salah is a ritual prayer performed 5 times a day. Buddhists use meditation as a form of prayer to attain enlightenment, while Hindus use mantras and rituals to connect with their deities. Indigenous cultures also have their unique forms of prayer, often tied closely with nature and the elements. Yet, despite the diversity in the methods and expressions of prayer, you'll find a common thread, a deep-seated yearning for connection, spiritual growth, and understanding. Thus, the universality of prayer underscores its role as an invaluable tool in humankind's quest for meaning and purpose. It's a testament to the shared human experience, the desire to reach out, connect, and understand, making it a truly universal phenomenon. Number 4. The role of prayer in different religions. Let's now look into the role of prayer in different religions, where you'll uncover the unique practices and significance it holds in each faith. In Christianity, prayer is a means of communicating with God, seeking guidance, expressing gratitude, and asking for forgiveness. You'll find that there's an emphasis on personal prayer, as well as communal prayer during worship services. In Islam, prayer or salah is a fundamental pillar, performed 5 times a day. It's not just communication with Allah, but also a reminder of the faith's teachings, demonstrating submission and spiritual discipline. In Hinduism, prayer or puja is often directed towards various deities. It's part of daily life, used to seek blessings, protection, or express devotion. Additionally, mantra recitation and meditation are common practices. Buddhism, on the other hand, doesn't involve prayer to a deity. Instead, it's mindfulness and meditation, focusing on personal enlightenment and the alleviation of suffering. In Judaism, prayer is a commandment and a way of connecting with God. It's an act that occurs 3 times a day, encompassing praise, requests, and thanksgiving. Each religion, you'll notice, has a distinctive approach to prayer, yet there's an underlying commonality. It's a sacred activity, a spiritual practice that connects the believer to the divine, enhances their faith, and provides solace and guidance in life. Number 5. The connection between prayer and spirituality. In your journey toward spirituality, prayer acts as a compass, guiding you, and at the same time, serving as a means to express your innermost thoughts and emotions. This practice can help you connect with your spiritual self, providing a pathway to explore the divine and the unseen aspects of life. Prayer isn't just a ritual, but an intimate conversation with the universe, a higher power, or whatever spiritual entity you believe in. It's an essential element in the pursuit of spiritual growth and self-discovery. When you pray, you're not just speaking into the void. You're deepening your relationship with the spiritual realm, acknowledging its presence in your life and seeking its guidance in your daily affairs. An essential facet of spirituality is the understanding that we aren't alone, that a higher power exists, and prayer is a tangible way to reach out to this power. Through prayer, you're able to express gratitude, seek guidance, find comfort, and even ask for strength during challenging times. It's your spiritual lifeline, your connection to the divine. However, it's important to remember that prayer isn't a one-size-fits-all practice. It's deeply personal and can take different forms for different people. Some might find solace in silent reflection, while others might prefer vocalizing their prayers. The method isn't as crucial as the intent and the sincerity behind it. In the end, prayer is a sacred practice that can empower you to explore and deepen your spirituality. Number 6. The psychological impact of prayer. Through the act of praying, you're not only reaching out to a higher power, but also engaging in a practice that has profound effects on your psychological well-being. Prayer can act as a form of meditation, allowing you to focus your thoughts and find inner peace. Lower stress levels, improved mood, and an overall sense of well-being are frequently associated with this peace. Scientific studies affirm the psychological benefits of prayer. When you pray, you're engaging brain areas associated with social interaction, self-reflection, and positive emotions. This neurological activity is linked with a decrease in feelings of anxiety and depression, promoting a healthier mental state. Furthermore, prayer encourages the practice of gratitude. When you spend time thanking a higher power for your blessings, you're fostering a positive mindset. This sense of gratitude can help you to appreciate the good in your life, which in turn can boost your happiness and contentment. Prayer can also offer a sense of purpose and meaning, providing comfort during challenging times. It's a way to express your deepest thoughts and emotions, helping you to process your experiences and cope with life's difficulties. In addition, prayer fosters a sense of connection. Whether you're praying in a group or alone, you're connecting with something larger than yourself. This connection can bolster feelings of love, compassion, and empathy, further contributing to your psychological well-being. The psychological impact of prayer is indeed profound, offering numerous mental health benefits. Now, let's transition into how these benefits can be experienced across various forms of prayer practices. Number 7. Various forms of prayer practices. You will discover a multitude of prayer practices, and each offers its own unique spiritual experience. Among these, you'll find meditative, centering, petitionary, and thanksgiving prayer to be quite common. Meditative prayer is a quiet, introspective practice where you focus your mind on a specific thought or image, often with the intention to delve deeper into spiritual truths or realities. This form of prayer is often associated with mindfulness and contemplation, allowing for a profound connection with the divine. Centering prayer, on the other hand, is a contemplative practice where you silently repeat a sacred word or phrase, centering your awareness on the presence of the divine. It's not about asking for anything or expressing gratitude, but rather about resting in God's presence. Request prayers are perhaps the most recognized form of prayer. They involve you asking God or a higher power for something. This could be guidance, healing, protection, or even a specific outcome. It's a plea to the divine, often made in times of need or distress. Lastly, thanksgiving prayer is an act of expressing gratitude to God or a higher power for blessings received. This form of prayer can cultivate a sense of contentment and appreciation for life's gifts. Number 8. How prayer can encourage personal reflection. When you engage in prayer, it can often serve as a mirror, allowing you to reflect on your life and actions. It's a quiet moment of introspection where you're invited to look inward and evaluate your thoughts, decisions, and behavior. Prayer provides the opportunity to not only communicate with a higher power, but also with oneself, fostering self-awareness and personal growth. In prayer, you're encouraged to delve into your deepest thoughts and feelings. It's a time to express gratitude, seek guidance, admit mistakes, or voice concerns. This process can help you evaluate your actions and their impacts, inspiring you to improve and grow. Reflection during prayer can also lead to increased empathy and understanding, as you're given space to consider your relationships and interactions with others. Furthermore, prayer allows you to contemplate your purpose and values. It's a platform to engage with your spiritual beliefs, reinforcing what you hold dear and guiding your actions accordingly. It can serve as a compass, aligning your thoughts and actions with your moral and ethical principles. In essence, prayer isn't just a spiritual practice, but a tool for introspection and personal development. By offering a safe space to reflect and evaluate, prayer can prompt you to question, learn, and evolve. Having explored the reflective aspect of prayer, let's now transition into the subsequent topic, delving deeper into the relationship between prayer and meditation. Number 9. The relationship between prayer and meditation. In your spiritual journey, you'll find that prayer and meditation are two powerful tools, and understanding their relationship can unlock an even deeper spiritual experience. You may view prayer as a line of communication with a higher power, expressing gratitude, seeking guidance, or requesting assistance. On the other hand, meditation is often perceived as a practice of mindfulness and self-reflection, creating a space of silence and tranquility within. But Don't be mistaken. These two practices aren't mutually exclusive. Instead, they intertwine in a harmonious relationship that can deepen your spiritual connection. When you pray, you're essentially opening a dialogue with the divine. Meditation, however, allows you to listen to the responses. It's the silence, the quiet moments after prayer, where you can hear the subtle whispers of wisdom, guidance, and reassurance. Think of prayer as the act of speaking in a conversation, while meditation is the act of listening. One doesn't overshadow the other, but rather they complement each other, creating a balanced dialogue with your spiritual self and the divine. You'll find that when you integrate these two practices, your spiritual journey becomes more profound and enriching. Prayer and meditation together create a full circle of spiritual dialogue, a sacred practice that can lead to personal growth, inner peace, and a deeper understanding of your spiritual path. Number 10. The art of mindful praying. Mastering the art of mindful praying can transform your spiritual practice, making your prayers more focused and heartfelt. Instead of simply reciting your prayers, you're urged to be fully present in the moment and concentrate on the essence of your supplications. Mindful praying isn't about rushing through words, but about connecting with your divine source at a deeper level. To imbibe this practice, you must first understand that mindful praying isn't merely a task, but a deliberate act of awareness. Start by finding a quiet space, free from distractions. Then, as you begin your prayer, turn your attention inward. Recognize the words you're uttering, feel the emotions they stir within you, and visualize the divine connection they're forging. It's important to note that the mind can wander during prayer. This is natural. When it happens, gently guide your focus back. Don't reprimand yourself. The practice is about nurturing a patient and compassionate attitude towards your own thoughts and feelings. In mindful praying, you're encouraged to delve into the profound layers of your prayers. Understand their meaning and reflect on their relevance to your life. When you do this, you'll find that your prayers aren't just words, but expressions of your deepest desires and highest hopes. The benefits of mindful praying are manifold. It can foster a deeper connection to your faith, promote a sense of peace, and provide clarity in times of turmoil. Practice it regularly, and you'll see your spiritual journey blossom in ways you mightn't have imagined. Number 11. The power of collective prayer. You've learned the art of mindful praying, and now it's time to explore the profound power of collective prayer. This practice, rooted deeply in countless religious traditions, is a testament to the belief that when individuals unite in prayer, a unique spiritual energy is created, amplifying the intentions and fostering a sense of community. When you participate in collective prayer, you're not merely reciting words. You're connecting with others on a deep spiritual level, creating a synergy that's palpable. This united force is said to have a greater impact than solitary prayer. It's like a chorus of voices, each adding to the melody, creating a harmonious symphony that ascends to the heavens. Moreover, collective prayer isn't just about amplifying requests. It's about shared empathy, understanding, and support. When you pray in a group, you're not alone in your struggles or aspirations. You're part of a spiritual community, sharing burdens, hopes, and faith. The collective strength can provide comfort during challenging times and enhance joy during moments of gratitude and celebration. Scientific studies have even indicated that collective prayer can have tangible benefits. These range from improved psychological well-being to fostering a sense of belonging. The power of collective prayer, however, lies in its ability to connect us, to remind us of our shared humanity, and to reinforce the belief that we are part of something bigger than ourselves. Collective prayer, therefore, is indeed a potent practice, one that harnesses the power of unity and shared faith, creating a spiritual force that transcends individual limitations. Number 12. The place of prayer in modern society. Despite society's rapid advancements, you'll find that prayer still holds a significant place, and it continues to be a source of solace and strength for many. It's not restricted to the confines of religious institutions. Instead, it's permeated various aspects of modern life. Individuals from all walks of life turn to prayer in times of joy, sorrow, and uncertainty, seeking guidance, comfort, or simply a moment of peace amidst life's chaos. In this digital age, you might think that prayer would become obsolete, but on the contrary, it's found new avenues. Online prayer groups have emerged as a popular platform, allowing individuals to connect and share their spiritual journeys. These platforms have also made it easier for those who may not be able to attend a physical place of worship to still find a sense of community and shared faith. Moreover, the practice of prayer has been recognized for its potential psychological benefits. Researchers have noted the role of prayer in reducing stress, fostering positivity, and improving mental health. It's seen as a form of meditation, a quiet time for reflection and introspection, which is increasingly needed in our fast-paced society. However, it's crucial to remember that the place of prayer in society isn't merely about its practical applications or potential benefits. At its core, prayer is a deeply personal act of faith and devotion, a connection to a higher power, a sense of transcendence. It's this sacredness that continues to make prayer relevant in our modern society, regardless of technological advancements or societal changes. Number 13. The healing properties of prayer. When you're wrestling with life's trials, the healing power of prayer can offer an unexpected oasis of tranquility. It's more than just a religious ritual or a moment of quiet reflection. The act of prayer, in its multifaceted form, can be a potent tool for emotional healing and mental well-being. Research suggests that prayer can bring about a sense of peace and comfort, mitigating stress, anxiety, and depression. This calming effect is attributed to the shift of your focus from your problems to a sense of being cared for by a higher power. You're not simply muttering words into the ether. You're engaging in a dialogue with a divine presence that cares for you intimately and deeply. Moreover, prayer promotes forgiveness, which can be a potent catalyst for healing. As you pray, you're encouraged to let go of resentment and bitterness, fostering feelings of forgiveness towards others and yourself. This emotional release can lead to improved mental health and a sense of inner peace. Prayer also fosters a sense of connection, both with the divine and with the community of fellow believers. This feeling of belonging can alleviate loneliness and strengthen your resilience against life's adversities. Number 14. Prayer as a path to inner peace. In your pursuit of tranquility, prayer can serve as a path to inner peace, and it's a journey that begins with a single heartfelt plea. It's much more than a simple expression of faith or a means to request divine intervention. It's a process through which you can explore, understand, and reconcile the deepest corners of your soul. When you engage in prayer, you're not just speaking to a higher power. You're also speaking to yourself. It provides a chance to reflect on your experiences, emotions, and aspirations. It's an opportunity for self-assessment and self-improvement. You'll gain insight into your own nature, and you may discover aspects of your character that you've previously overlooked. Moreover, prayer fosters serenity by cultivating a mindset of acceptance and gratitude. It encourages you to embrace life's uncertainties, to find joy in its blessings, and to seek strength in its challenges. It's not merely wishful thinking. It's a conscious decision to adopt a positive perspective and to nurture a serene spirit. Prayer also offers solace by reminding you that you're part of a larger spiritual narrative. It instills a sense of purpose, a sense of belonging, and a sense of hope. It reassures you that you're not alone in your struggles and that your journey matters in the grand scheme of things. Number 15, the role of prayer in crisis. You'll find that during the toughest times, prayer can become your first line of defense, providing much-needed solace in a crisis. When life storms rage and uncertainty looms, prayer offers a sanctuary, a place where you can express your fears, seek comfort, and find hope. It's not about begging for outcomes, but more about seeking inner peace and strength to navigate the storm. In a crisis, prayer assumes many roles. It can serve as an anchor, providing stability amid chaos. You can find solace in the silence, the act of bowing your head, closing your eyes, and seeking divine assistance. It's a moment of vulnerability where you can let go of your worries and surrender to a higher power. Prayer also serves as a compass, guiding you when the path ahead is unclear. It helps you cultivate a mindset of resilience, empowering you to face adversity with courage. In these moments of crisis, prayer is a journey inward, helping you tap into your inner strength and wisdom. The beauty of prayer in crisis is that it's more than a one-way communication. It's a dialogue that sparks introspection, fostering a deeper understanding of your emotions. It's about acknowledging your fears and anxieties and seeking solace in the promise of divine guidance. Number 16, prayer and personal growth. Prayer isn't just a solemn ritual, but it's also a tool for personal growth and self-improvement. When you pray, you're not only communicating with a higher power, you're also reaching into your inner self. The act of prayer involves introspection, reflection, and self-evaluation. These processes are crucial for your personal development and growth. Consider prayer as your personal time for self-assessment. When you pray, you're aware of your thoughts, feelings, and actions. You're contemplating your strengths and weaknesses, your triumphs and failures. This time dedicated to self-reflection can help you understand yourself better and, in turn, foster self-improvement. Prayer can also cultivate resilience. It's a source of strength when you're faced with hardships. It provides you with hope, comfort, and peace. It grounds you and reminds you of your values and beliefs, which can help you make decisions and take action. This resilience can help you grow as an individual, enabling you to face challenges with grace and courage. Moreover, prayer can enhance your emotional intelligence. As you express your feelings and desires, you become more attuned to your emotions. This emotional awareness can improve your relationships and interactions with others. It can make you more empathetic, patient, and understanding. Number 17, the ritualistic aspects of prayer. Not only do you engage your mind and heart during prayer, but you also participate in a series of ritualistic actions that hold great significance. The ritualistic aspects of prayer often involve physical movements, specific utterances, and the use of sacred objects. These actions aren't just for show. They're deeply ingrained traditions that carry profound meanings. Take, for instance, the physical movements. You may kneel, bow, or close your eyes during prayer. These actions aren't arbitrary. Kneeling is a sign of submission and reverence. Bowing is an indication of respect. And closing your eyes helps you focus inward and shut out external distractions. Each movement you make is a silent communication with the divine, expressing humility, respect, and earnestness. The words you utter during prayer, too, are ritualistic. Many prayers are recited verbatim, passed down through generations. These aren't just words, but sacred verses that connect you to a lineage of faith. They're a link to the past, a nod to tradition, and a commitment to carry the faith forward. Then there's the use of sacred objects like rosaries or prayer mats. These aren't mere accessories, but tools that aid focus and symbolize faith. The rosary bead isn't just a bead, it's a tactile reminder of each prayer you recite. The prayer mat isn't just a mat, it's a designated space for worship, a symbol of sanctity and respect. Number 18. Prayer practices around the world. Diving into the diverse world of prayer practices, you'll discover that every culture has unique ways of connecting with the divine. In Islam, for instance, Muslims pray 5 times daily, facing Mecca in a physical expression of unity and devotion known as Salah. These prayers are woven into the fabric of daily life, acting as a constant reminder of faith and purpose. You'll find another fascinating practice in Buddhism. Here, prayer often takes the form of meditation. Buddhists believe in the power of mindfulness and concentrate on breath or a specific thought during meditation to achieve inner peace and enlightenment. It's a practice that's as much about self-discovery as it's about spiritual connection. In contrast, Hindu prayer practices vary significantly but often involve the use of murtis, or statues, as a focal point for devotion. Hindus offer food, incense, and flowers to these representations of deities, inviting the divine into their daily lives. In Christian faith, prayer is often offered. Many Christians pray in an ad hoc manner, speaking directly to God in their own words. This personal conversational approach offers a direct and intimate connection with the divine. Number 19. Inspiration from prayerful lives. You'll find countless examples of individuals whose lives, marked by fervent prayer, serve as profound sources of inspiration. These individuals have found solace, wisdom, and strength in their commitment to this sacred practice. From religious leaders to everyday people, these prayerful lives offer insight into the transformative power of prayer. Consider St. Francis of Assisi, a renowned figure whose life was a testament to the power of prayer. His devotion led him to a life of humility, service, and profound love for all creation. His example illuminates how prayer can foster a deep sense of compassion and unity with the world around us. You might also look to the life of Mahatma Gandhi. His prayerful existence was a bedrock for his work in social justice and peace. Through prayer, he found the courage to lead a nation towards independence and nonviolence. His life serves as a powerful reminder of prayer's potential to inspire action and effect change. Then, there are countless untold stories of individuals who live prayerful lives in obscurity. These are the people in your community, perhaps even in your own family, whose quiet devotion shapes their attitudes, actions, and dealings. Their lives may not be as widely recognized, but they're no less inspirational. Indeed, inspiration from prayerful lives is abundant, whether it's through acts of love, peace, or service. These lives demonstrate the profound impact of prayer. These stories inspire us to incorporate prayer into our own lives, guiding us towards deeper understanding, compassion, and connection. Number 20. The influence of prayer on moral values. In your journey of faith, you'll find that prayer has a profound influence on shaping your moral values. This sacred practice serves as a moral compass, guiding you towards virtues such as honesty, compassion, and humility. When you pray, you're not just communicating with a higher power, you're also introspecting, evaluating your actions and their alignment with your moral code. Prayer instills a sense of accountability in you. It's a self-check mechanism where you assess your actions and thoughts against the divine laws and ethical standards you believe in. This process prompts self-improvement and nurtures a solid moral foundation. Through prayer, you can develop a heightened sense of empathy and kindness, recognizing the divine in every individual and treating them with respect and dignity. Moreover, prayer encourages forgiveness and reconciliation, core elements of moral behavior. When you pray for forgiveness, you're also reminded of your duty to forgive others, promoting a sense of justice and fairness. The act of praying for others cultivates a spirit of selflessness and generosity, steering you away from selfish desires and towards a life of service and benevolence. Importantly, prayer strengthens your commitment to uphold moral values even in the face of adversity. It equips you to resist temptations, make ethical decisions, and stand firm in your beliefs. Through prayer, you're empowered to lead a morally upright life, thereby nurturing a harmonious society. As we delve further into the impact of prayer, let's transition to exploring how it serves as a tool for hope and comfort. Number 21. Prayer as a tool for hope and comfort. Every time you pray, it's not only an act of faith, but also a source of immense hope and comfort. Even in the midst of adversity and despair, prayer can act as a lighthouse, illuminating the path ahead. It's a tool with the power to transform your perspective, encourage resilience, and foster a deep sense of peace. Prayer, in essence, is a conversation with the divine. It's a moment to express your deepest fears and hopes, to seek guidance, and to find solace. You're not just speaking into a void. You're communicating with a higher power that cares about your well-being. This belief in a listening and caring God can provide comfort and hope, even in the most challenging of times. Consider prayer as a form of spiritual therapy. Just as you might turn to a friend or therapist in times of need, you can turn to prayer. It allows you to vocalize your struggles, reflect on your feelings, and seek solutions. This process can help alleviate anxieties, providing comfort and reassurance. Moreover, prayer encourages hope. In praying, you acknowledge that there's a divine plan, even if it's not immediately clear. You're reminded that trials are temporary and that faith can help navigate them. This kind of hope can be a powerful motivator and a source of strength. Number 22. Connecting to your higher self through prayer. There's a profound transformation that happens when you use prayer as a means to connect with your higher self. This higher self isn't separate from you, but rather a purer, more enlightened version of you, untainted by worldly influences and distractions. When you reach out in prayer, you're not merely whispering pleas into the void. You're seeking communion with this purer essence, the best version of you that's connected to the divine. Prayer isn't a one-way communication channel. It's a dialogue, an intimate conversation between you and your higher self, a space where you can share your fears, hopes, and aspirations without judgment. As you articulate your innermost feelings, you're also listening, opening yourself to guidance and wisdom from your higher self. This requires practice and patience. You need to quiet your mind, letting go of preconceived notions and ego-driven desires. It's about finding your center and staying open to the messages that may come. This might come in the form of insight, a sudden sense of clarity, or even a deep, pervading calm. Connecting with your higher self through prayer brings a sense of wholeness. You're acknowledging that you're more than your physical body, more than your fleeting emotions or thoughts. You're a spiritual being with a divine spark. As you pray, you're nurturing this spark, allowing it to brighten and grow, illuminating your path and guiding your actions. You're fostering your connection to the divine, the ultimate source of love, wisdom, and joy. Number 23. Prayer as a sacred communication. You're not just saying words when you pray, but you're engaging in a sacred communication that transcends the physical realm. This isn't a mundane conversation. It's an intimate communion with the divine, the ultimate source of love and wisdom. Prayer, in its deepest essence, is a sacred dialogue that connects your soul with the spiritual realm. When you pray, you're not simply articulating your desires or fears. You're speaking the language of the soul, a language that's understood and honored by the divine. This is a language that transcends words, reaching into the depths of your being and resonating with the vibration of the universe. Prayer is a sacred bridge that connects your earthly existence with the spiritual realm. It's a conduit for divine energy, a means by which you can channel divine wisdom, love, and strength into your life. Prayer allows you to tap into the infinite wisdom of the divine, gaining insights and guidance to help you navigate life's challenges. The act of praying involves more than just speaking. It also involves listening, being still and receptive to the divine wisdom that's always available to you. It's a two-way communication that involves both speaking and listening, giving and receiving. In essence, prayer is a sacred communication that engages your whole being, mind, body, and spirit, in a profound dialogue with the divine. As such, it can be an intensely personal and transformative experience. In the next section, we'll explore personal experiences with prayer, a collection of narratives to illuminate the power and profound impact of this sacred communication. Number 24. Personal experiences with prayer, a collection of narratives. Diving into personal narratives can provide a unique perspective on prayer, and it's through these shared experiences that we can truly begin to understand its transformative power. You may feel a profound sense of peace when praying alone in a serene environment, or you might experience a magnificent surge of energy when partaking in communal prayer. These experiences aren't just personal, they're universal, transcending cultural and religious boundaries. Consider, for instance, the narrative of a Buddhist monk meditating in the silence of a monastery, or a Christian believer praying fervently in a crowded church. Despite the disparate settings and beliefs, both individuals experience a profound connection to something greater than themselves, a moment of transcendental clarity and serenity that's hard to articulate but unmistakable to those who've experienced it. It's also critical to acknowledge the powerful role prayer plays in times of crisis. When you're faced with life's harshest trials, prayer can provide a beacon of hope, a tangible connection to the divine that sustains and fortifies. Numerous narratives share stories of individuals finding strength and solace in prayer during their darkest hours, offering a testament to its healing and transformative power. In essence, prayer isn't merely an act. It's a profound communion, a sacred tether linking you to your higher self and the divine. It transcends cultural and religious boundaries, embodying a universal language of hope and comfort. So, as you navigate life's labyrinth, let prayer be your guide, your solace. Remember, every whispered plea, every silent yearning echoes within the cosmos, creating ripples of change. Hence, embrace prayer, the quintessential spiritual symphony, and let it sculpt your inner sanctum. Thanks for listening to or reading this from Audiobook's office.